Hello everyone, my name is Carson, and I'm going to be introducing our product, which is the HabiJax Longitudinal Survey System. So our client for this project is the Habitat for Humanities for Jacksonville, and Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit organization that helps families build and improve places to call home, and their main goal and objective is to increasing access to home ownership across the Jacksonville area. So our client came to us and they needed a survey creation system with a cohort management system as well as a response tracking feature that provides specific and correct amounts of data analysis. The technologies that we use in this project is Node.js, Prisma, CockroachDB, Express, Qualtrics, React, as well as TypeScript. And our solution as a group was to utilize Qualtrics surveys because it is already familiar, used by the UNF staff, and we are going to implement user accounts, and those consist of administrators and researchers. We are also implementing custom contact lists integrated with Qualtrics. We have created a question bank to track responses over time. And at the dashboard, we will be using data visualization as well as exportation with CSV files. Lastly, we want to thank our mentors, Will and Jitesh. Will and Jitesh have been amazing mentors throughout this project and has given us the insight and knowledge about future technologies that will help us in our careers, as well as learning more about the software development lifecycle. Thank you so much. We also want to thank our client, Dan Richard, that gave us this opportunity to help out a good cause, and it was a great pleasure to working with you. Thank you so much.
The user starts by logging into the application via Microsoft OAuth. What that means is that they'll be signing in using a Microsoft account. For our use case, that's going to mainly be UNF accounts. Once they sign into the application, their role is checked in the database to see if they are in fact authorized to view our application. If they are, they're redirected here to our dashboard, where they will be greeted with an interactive graph that they can view and see the responses per month. They can change the range of this graph here at the top. They can change both the start date and the end date to get various different graphs for different ranges. They're also will be presented with some overall data down here at the bottom, and that is the total number of surveys, the total number of responses, and then the average responses per survey right here. In addition to all of this information, we also have this very important sync button. This sync button syncs the Qualtrics data to our database. That way all of this information will be up to date and in turn allow for accurate data collection. When navigating to the admin panel, the administrator is able to view a table of all active researchers and administrators within the application. They're able to grant administrator privilege as well as revoke administrator privilege. They can also delete researchers and admins from the application, as well as adding a new researcher to the application. If a user attempts to log in with a Microsoft account that is not authorized, for example, we'll use this one, they are presented with this page saying that access has been denied and giving them the option to log out and try again. When signing into an account that is a researcher but is not an admin, the administrator panel is not available.
This is Miranda, and I have the question bank and responses and opt-in use case for development here on the app. So first, we're going to see surveys. you see a table of all the surveys listed in this database that are related to the HabiJax research. The basic information is here, and then you can expand the rows to see responses. So this survey has only one question on it, but if there were more, they would each have a column in this table. And you can download the responses, which that's not happening right now. But you can look at the contact details, and then you can also see the questions on the survey. So here, if you go to the question tag page, you can see any other surveys that it's listed on. This is also where the responses to each question tag will be. We just have to make a few changes so I can show you what that looks like. So for the question bank, you see responses. They just had to load a little bit. Here is, it's looking a little bit out of sorts right now, but I'm working on that. So here's where the answers are in this column here. It's organized by response ID. So some questions have multiple parts, and they will all be here grouped together by response ID. You can download the file and view the answers in a CSV, just as they appear on the table. Okay, and also we have on, let's see, next video. Okay, so here we are on the contact page. This is where we can upload contacts to the database, and then once that is completed, we then invite contacts that haven't been invited yet and are considered active in the program. So we select the date. We can make it a few months from now so that it gives people respondents time to opt in. So then we download the invitations, and these can be mailed to the respondents.
So once you get the document for the invitations, you have the code for each participant that will help track their identity, the home that they're associated with, and they can also scan this QR code. Their address is here for easy mailing. It can be placed in a window envelope, and the name is customized as well. So then we can visit the link. Here I have visited the link with the special code, so if it's a real invitation, their name will appear here, and if not, then it will display a message saying double check the link in your invitation. So if somebody wants to opt in, they select yes, and then they must enter their email. So if they try to submit, it won't let you. You put in your email address and then submit, and it takes you to a thank you page. So at this point, the contact, which has already been in our database from the file upload, is now added to Qualtrics so that they can be sent a survey based on whatever the survey maker wants to send the survey to. So they can be added to a cohort, which is a sub selection of the whole mailing list based on when they joined the program or when they got on the opt-in list. And all this is done in Qualtrics right now. So you make a survey and then you make a distribution and send it to your mailing list or part of the mailing list. And that mailing list is created by this opt-in page.
Hello, my name is Enrique Hernandez, and I'll be going over the contacts portion of our HabiJax Longitudinal survey system. So at the top in our nav bar, you can see the contacts button here, so we go ahead and click that. And we are brought to the contacts dashboard page where we have our CSV uploader to upload contacts to the database. We also have a search bar to search the contacts in the database, as well as our headers for the tables that display the contacts which are able to sort by alphabetical and numerical values. So for now, we'll go ahead and upload a new contact to the database. So we can click on the Browse File button here, and we'll be using a CSV file that contains multiple users. A lot more info we can see here. But for now, we'll go ahead and upload this file. So we'll hit that, and you can see here, CSV data uploaded successfully. So now we'll go ahead and look in our database just to make sure that these contacts are uploaded. Okay, and here we are in the database, and we can see here that new user 1, new user 2 have all been uploaded to the database successfully. Now we'll go ahead and go back to the contacts dashboard and take a look at some of the contacts. Okay, so here we are back at the contacts dashboard, and we're going to go ahead and click on the View Details button. So this View Details button is going to give specific contact details for the contact that you select. And we have all of the data that was displayed in the CSV file here as easy access. So the same first name, last name, spouse name, address, and all that information is here as well. Currently, this page is still under development. We're getting pretty close to the initial goal for this page, which was to display the contact's individual responses. This is still under the works, but the issue right now is these specific responses have complex JSON files, and it's a bit difficult getting it to dynamically display different headers depending on which survey, because they all have different questions and different question types. So this has been an overview of the contacts page. Thank you.